Now, question number 54. Which of the following can our government use to protect the domestic industries? So these are different duties and all of them government can use, and there are small differences between each type of duty. Okay, safeguard duty, countervailing duty, and anti-dumping duty, which you would have heard with China. We keep putting this duty. So in simple terms, one liner, if you see, countervailing duty is imposed by importing nation, like suppose India, to countervail the export subsidy given to exporters. Meaning China is giving all their exporters lot of export subsidy so that their products looks cheaper. That if we see that they are doing that, giving a lot of export subsidy China is giving, we will put a duty here so that by the time it enters Indian market, the product price will become normal. Okay, else our domestic people will suffer because it's such cheap products if it comes into China, into India. Okay, then anti-dumping duty, again imposed like suppose by India, when the exporter is dumping at lower price. Meaning here it is like you are giving subsidy and making it lower, the overall price. But here the product price itself is lower, meaning very cheap kind of products they are selling to India. Then they will put extra some duty to make it look kind of compatible with the domestic market. Okay, then there is safeguard duty. This again is, instead of the prices, it is based on the numbers. Okay, like India, we'll see that China is exporting in large numbers, too much numbers, they are bulk, like mobile phones or something is coming. Then we will put a safeguard duty so that again the price will look little bit more and it doesn't look very cheap. Okay, so these are three different duties based on three different things. One is based on export subsidy, one is based like dumping at lower price, product price itself, and one is in numbers, large numbers. So each time India or a country which is importing will put a duty is called this. Okay, this is a basic thing, and that in full story we have explained here. Again, it's better you read because it will be repetitive. Okay, it's like very basic, person who don't know anything so that they understand. We have explained that three things again here. Okay, additional import duty imposed on imported products when such products enjoy the export subsidy and tax connection in the country of their origin, like China. Okay, where they are producing and exporting. So it's an import tax by the importing country on imported products. Okay, it is an attempt to ensure fair and market-oriented pricing of imported products and thereby protecting our domestic industry. That is the main intention. Okay, so it will nullify or eliminate the price advantage or the low price which that people are enjoying. That we are just nullifying it. Okay, so that again, if you see product tax, that they are explained in little bit detailed economic terms. That's all. And WTO actually permits also member countries to impose countervailing duty when the exporting country gives export subsidy. So it's a allowed WTO format countervailing duty. Okay. In India, CVD is imposed as additional duty of customs on imported products when such products are given tax concession. So in India, we call it under the, we will have like basic duties there, additional duties there, different types of duties are there. Okay, that when you study GST and all, you will see. So additional duty of customs, under that only we put this CVD, countervailing duty. Okay. Anti-dumping duty, I told again, when their product has very low price in their thing. Okay, so it's an international trade where exporter sells his product in the export market as a lower price compared to the price he's charging in home country. Meaning in China, he'll be selling the phone for say 10,000 rupees. The same phone he will give at 8,000 price to India. So in your home market, in China's home market, and what they are giving to India is two different prices and lower prices. That time we can put a anti-dumping duty because they're actually dumping their products at a cheaper rate to us, and that is why we have that thing. Okay, and international trade dumping is considered as a negative trade policy instrument where they're trying to sell more in a particular market by practicing a price war. Okay, so that is not allowed. Again, WTO allows you to do this. Okay, and there is some terms are here. Okay, strategic dumping, predatory dumping. So strategic dumping occurs in very special circumstances where the seller has protection in his home market and he sells more to the foreign market. Meaning strategically they are doing it. Predatory, on the other hand, is a pricing system aims to wipe out competitions by charging exorbitantly low prices. It is an abuse of dominance conduct. The WTO prohibits. Okay, so strategically you can do at times and all circumstances you can do, but full time taking a lot of like low prices you are selling, which is not even believable compared to your home market, that is predatory dumping, and that is not allowed by WTO. Okay, and that is why you have anti-dumping measures also, and there is investigation team also which does that, and such everything is given here. Okay, and what is injury of product, some definition is given. Okay, injury of the market, material injury, threat to material injury, material retardation. So these are all WTO terminology which may not be very important for you, but this is the full story of anti-dumping duty. Okay, and safeguard, I told you, it's like large volume, large numbers of things are being coming into the industry, into the importing country, and our domestic industry is getting harmed. Okay, that is when we put a safeguard, special safeguard duty. Okay, so that is the three types of duty. Even in a mains question, if it comes, that much is enough. Now, which of the following